Hi guys, welcome back to your Not So Ordinary Scrapbook channel. Um, I have to apologize. I haven't been on here in a while. I there I honestly have not felt like scrapbooking. Um, I finished school on Monday. My grades have not posted yet, so I don't know where I stand as far as that goes. I know I graduated because I was 4.0 going into it. So, but I don't know what my final grade is going to be yet. Um but all this week I've been thinking about scrapbooking, and I need to get my December daily started because usually I'm further along in the game by now, and um I just have not been into it this year. My brain is so fried coming out of like 2 weeks of just like steady work and cramming and finals and all that kind of stuff that my head is still spinning, and all I want to do is sleep. That's really all I want to do is sleep. And and read. I've been reading a lot lately. Just kind of under a blanket in front of the fireplace, in front of the Christmas tree, and just kind of just relaxing, not really doing too much other than, the chores that I have to do around the house. So, I don't know when I'm going to get to my December daily. As a rule, I generally create all the pages ahead of time, and then I don't put any pictures in. And then, like the day after Christmas, or sometimes the day after New Year, It depends. It depends what we're doing. Like this year, I plan to go through the new year just because we're going to be going to Missouri to do Christmas with my family. Um, Probably the first week of January. My husband, where he works now, the plant that he works at shuts down over Christmas. So he will have off from December 24th through January 5th. And so we're going to take a trip probably in January. We don't like to travel during the holidays. It's just too hectic. And um but the week after is a good time to go. So I'll probably add some of those pictures into my December daily, but at this point, I don't even have the album picked out that I'm going to use or anything. I have no clue whatsoever. I have nothing planned out. So, and tomorrow, I thought about doing it tomorrow, but my husband is off tomorrow, which is rare that he has a Saturday off. He's been working like 6 days a week, sometimes until 4 in the morning. And which is good, because he gets paid overtime. But he generally has to work on Saturdays, and this Saturday they gave everyone off. So we're gonna go shopping, I think, do a little bit more Christmas shopping. I'm really close to being done. I just have a couple gifts to buy and then some stocking stuffers. But we've already done Bloomington, so I think tomorrow we're going to go into Springfield and see what they have. But that's our plans for tomorrow. And then Sunday, Scott has been really wanting to start up his own D&D group because of his work schedule. He no longer can participate in the one that he was participating in, and honestly, they have not been meeting lately. There's been illness in that family, and part of the group is expecting a baby, and And she has been struggling with that in different areas. So we Scott decided to start his own group and invite like several of the same members and some new people. And I said that I would do it. Oh, I am not a huge fan of role-playing games, but they all want me to play, and they wanted me to for a while. So I asked them, I said, if I play, I want to be a fairy. And so they found me I guess I'm like a elder elf or something like that. I don't know, but they made me a character anyway, so I guess we're gonna do that on Sunday, but it's a good way for him and Ethan to connect, and Hunter too. Hunter likes to play too when he's available, and possibly we can get Jordan into playing it. But it's just something for them to do together. And Ethan really likes to do it. So that's he likes to be the dungeon master. And he's really good at that. So, but today I had a huge change of plans. I was supposed to meet my friend Michelle for lunch in Bloomington today. And that was changed to next Friday because her husband is dealing with some medical issues that are just unlike anything that I've really ever heard of before. I mean, I guess maybe I've vaguely heard of it before, but he has these episodes where he goes catatonic, and he just like, I really don't know too much about it yet because we're going to talk about it today. She was going to tell me about it. This whole year has just been like really tough on them because of this, and we don't get to see each other as often or talk to each other as often as we like because well, I have been so busy with school, and she works full-time, and I don't know if her husband's currently working or not, or if he's on medical leave or what's going on. I'm really not sure. But I guess he had an episode this morning, and so she needed to stay home with him. And it's so frightening because he's my age. He's not, like, we're all the same age. Well, I think he's a year older than us because Michelle and I are the same age. We graduated the same year. And her husband, I think, graduated the year before. But it's still terrifying. It's like, I can't even imagine what that's like. You know, it's just definitely puts things in perspective. So we're going to get together next Friday. We didn't get together did we get together last year? I don't think we got to get together last year because of COVID. I can't remember. Generally, we get together every Christmas time. Okay, so this is our community group, and I think this was the prom that we held for the group homes in town for adults with disabilities. And we were members of this group for quite a while. And this is my best friend Michelle and her husband Aaron. And then these are the boys' best friends, Aiden and Drake. And this is kind of when we became best friends. It's so weird because we got affiliated with this group because Scott's uncle and his brother are intellectually disabled. So that's how we got involved with it. My best friend and her husband got involved with it because their oldest son has autism, and these are another couple that we're friends with. Their oldest son has Asperger's. I don't know if many of you know this, but I also have Asperger's. I have a very mild form of it. I'm very high functioning, but it kind of runs in our family. We have this genetic disorder that is called AS or ADS or EDS, I guess it's called. And it affects different members of our family differently. My oldest nephew, Eric, has it the worst. It's affected him the worst. He has type 2, which is, well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the worst in the family because it does affect our hearts. So, like, it hasn't been ruled out, but it hasn't been like, I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Determined, I guess, that that's the reason why I have heart problems or why my mom has heart problems. But it does affect your heart, because it's a connective tissue disorder, but it also involves the connective tissues in your brain, which it involves the connective tissues in your whole body, but it does the most damage to your organs. Well, and as you know, your skin is like your largest organ of your body. So like, whereas most people, their skin is more elastic, and it like when they work out or whatever, their skin tends to like firm up. Mine, or people in my family, it does not. When I had my children, and my skin got stretched out because of weight gain and pregnancy, my skin never returned to normal because of this disorder. And other family members have the same problem. My sister Jenny has the same problem. And her daughter Rachel is pregnant right now, my niece, and I have a feeling that her pregnancy is going to pretty much go the same way. Rachel is a carrier. I am a carrier. Ethan has it. Eric has it. Well, I have some form of it, but I'm also a carrier. My mom, it hasn't been determined yet if she has it or if she's just a carrier. But it is genetic. And so, so there's like, I don't know, it gets kind of irritating, like, because as much as I work out, or I was working out, you would think that I would see better results or faster results. But because of this syndrome that I have, I probably won't. I mean, I do get smaller. I mean, you lose weight, you do get smaller, but like that problem with my skin will never go away. I mean, I suppose I could have it surgically removed, but it would be extremely dangerous to do so just because of my connective tissue disorder. But I don't know. We heal like slower than most people because of it too. And I don't even know why I started talking about this. Oh, because Eric's autism is from the type 2 EDS. And mine is probably type 2. They haven't really told me because nowadays, when Eric was diagnosed, there were really only 2. He was a baby, and when he was diagnosed, and there was really only 2. Now there are several. They go all the way up to like, I think there's like 13 different stages of EDS. Because it was rather new, and it's really difficult to find a physician that is familiar with it. Occasionally I'll run across one and they know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's actually quite reassuring when I do have a doctor that knows about it, because they know my struggles that go along with it, and they know that like some of it is cognitive and some of it is neurological and some of it is physical, and a lot of it affects my organs, the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I move. It has a lot to do with everything, my whole body actually. Like my son Matt too, we've never really had him tested by the geneticist. I was tested by the geneticist because of my heart. They when they found out I had EDS, or I had family, that we had family history of EDS, they wanted to check that right away, and they wanted to do genetic testing, because type 1, I believe it is, of EDS is can be deadly. Most people don't live past the age of 50, and I was diagnosed with my heart problem at 50. It's basically fatal because most people die of heart failure, which is what I have. So they wanted to rule that out before they started any treatment plan or whatever. So they did a bunch of genetic testing, but it was inconclusive. And that testing, because it is such a rare disorder and it is genetic, that like all that testing had to be sent to Mayo Clinic. And it was just really, it was really strange. It was a lot of blood tests, let's just say that. And it was different than like my sister. When my nephew was diagnosed with it, it was a skin test. They had to do like skin grafting. But now it's just a blood test. But Matt was tested too. He did a skin test for because they thought he had what was that called? When he was little, they thought he had cystic fibrosis. But that ended up being like, that could be related to the EDS as well. There's just so many things that it's easier for doctors to like say, oh, it could be this, until they know our family history. And then a lot of the times it'll present itself like something else, but it's actually this goofy EDS that's like presenting itself like some other disease or disorder. It's weird, but I don't know. I just always figure I'm weird. I've always been weird, and you know, it's just kind of how I am, and that's, you know, you gotta kind of accept me the way I am, because there's not really anything I can do about it. But Ethan, but anyway, so that is part of the reason why we got involved with this group anyway. Her brother has Down syndrome. Her son passed away. I cared for him from the time he was like 11, on and off. She's a teacher, and while she taught, I would like keep him and at night while she did, she's a college instructor. While she taught classes, I would take care of him because I have experience with that. That's my profession, is working with children with exceptional children. I don't know if I want to do all this or not, but it's kind of just throwing it together. Let's see. She has a brother who also is special needs. He has a brother who has special needs too, along with his son. So all of us have family members, and that's kind of how we started our group, is because we all had family members that did not live in group homes necessarily, but needed an outlet, something to do. And we wanted to give them the same opportunities that everyone else has, and they just don't have a lot of they're not able to have a lot of their same experiences getting together with people in the community. So we started this group, and kind of just fizzled out because they started cracking down on like the group homes. They started cracking down on like supposedly the group homes are supposed to get them out and get them involved in things, and they're supposed to be running the stuff, and I don't know. They had no problem with it for about 3 years, and they loved us, and they thought we were great. And we had proms, and we had ice cream socials, and we had Thanksgiving dinner, and we had a Christmas party with Santa, and we had karaoke night, and we had all these things for these. We had Halloween parties for the group, the people in the group homes, and then something started. I don't know if it was like HIPAA violation, like I don't know what it was, like they didn't want people around. They didn't want, I don't know, there were like, we invited several group homes, and there was like some animosity between some of the group homes. They didn't get along with one another. Like the people who worked there, it wasn't really the residents, it was like the people who worked there didn't get along with one another. And I don't know, one group home said they weren't going to come anymore because if that group home came, and it just was just getting stupid. It was getting stupid. And then someone said something about like that technically it was a group home's responsibility to take care of their own residents and not like a community group's responsibility. It just got really stupid. And then our friends moved away. They moved to Indiana, and they bought a restaurant, so they couldn't do it anymore. And we got busy with our own stuff. She moved away. I don't know. It just got to be something that it just kind of fizzled out. But we loved it, and the people still remember us. If I see someone downtown, I mean, and it's been several years, they always like recognize me, and they always ask. They always say, "Oh, I wish we had another dance," or I wish we could still do this. And I understand. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But that's pretty busy. So but speaking of EDS, I had to take my youngest son to the pediatric eye surgeon this week. He had an appointment with a new surgeon, and every surgeon that we've ever seen, I'm going to put built tough, because you have to be built tough too. Especially when the residents pass away. A lot of our the residents that we got to know have passed away since that time. And that's hard. Whenever I hear of someone passing away, a lot of them passed away during COVID. I don't know if I like that. But anyway, so we saw this new surgeon, and they always recommend surgery. Every surgeon we've ever seen, oh yeah, let's do surgery again. And I was so sure that this new surgeon was going to do that, but she did not. And she knew about EDS, and which surprised me, because most people I have to explain it to. And Ethan has seen a geneticist since, his pediatrician recommended him because of my testing that I had done. He recommended that Ethan see the geneticist, because his healing from his eye surgeries just took super long, and then they would fail. And they shouldn't have been failing, according to what his pediatrician said. He said, I don't understand why these surgeries keep failing. And I explained to him about this connective tissue disorder that we have in our family. And he's like, well, it sounds like we need to do some genetic testing. So he went to a pediatric geneticist, and she did diagnose him. She did testing, and she did diagnose him with something. He does have some form of EDS. We just don't know which one it is. But so because she knew about that, the pediatrician must have sent that information to the eye doctor, or eye surgeon, because she was aware of it right when we got there. So she said that she did not recommend another surgery because she said that's probably why, like, they keep failing, is because when you have a connective tissue disorder, it's hard to, like, tighten muscles without damaging those connective tissues. And when your tissues are already weak to begin with, then it's risky. And that's why his first surgery lasted so long. I couldn't figure out why the doctor was in there for so long for that surgery. It was only supposed to be like a 2-hour procedure, and he was in there for 4 hours. And then he came out and he's like, I don't know why, but his eye will not stop bleeding. And I was kind of upset about it because no one had told me that's why it was taking so long until after it was over. And his eye never did heal right after that. It's always been droopy since then. He prefers to close it rather than keep it open, which I'm so glad that the eye surgeon this time, she's like, you need to open your eye. You need to, like, practice opening your eye, because it's not as noticeable as what he was making it out to be. And I think that reassured him a little bit. He's very self-conscious about it, like I am. I'm extremely self-conscious about it too. Probably not as much as I was when I was a teenager. I was extremely self-conscious about it when I was a teenager. But probably because I got made fun of because of it. And, you know, he's been homeschooled, so he really has never been made fun of about it. I'm going to make it happen, I think. It doesn't really match anything, but what if I did it over here? There's a circle pillow here, but I could cover it up with that and just make it happen here. Oh, I love this. I miss you. I miss you. I love you. That's so cool. Yeah, that would be cute there. So she decided not to do anything right now. He does need another prescription for glasses, which that's something that happens all the time, especially our vision changes constantly. And that's part of this EDS too, is like our glasses prescription changes all the time. Every time I go to the eye doctor, my glasses prescription changes. And his does too. It can change like drastically within the same year. It's crazy. It's just so weird. So she wrote a new prescription, and I need to take him into, they don't order glasses at the hospital, so I need to take him into our regular optometrist here in town, and he needs to pick out glasses through him. This was a perfect day. That was kind of cool. Maybe I'll put that on top. So, but I'm really glad that she didn't like opt for another surgery, because I was prepared, like, going into it. I told Ethan on the way in, I said, you know, they're probably going to recommend another surgery. And he's like, I know. And it's so painful for him. It's like, because it just is ridiculously painful for him. I can't even explain it. And it takes forever for his eye to heal after a surgery. Okay. So I'm going to put with letters, I'm going to put Built Tough. I don't think I have a U, I, there's no B. B, U. Well, I could make that work, but there really is no gold. It's silver. What other color? Here, what about this? This is kind of that cork. This is cork, so that might work. B, there's no B's either. That's what happens when you have the last name that starts with a B. I could do felt. I think I have enough of these felt ones. It's kind of big though. I wonder if it'll fit. I'll try it. So it seems like I only have like two gifts to buy, 2 people to buy for, and then I have gift cards to buy, and then like stocking stuffers for people. And we don't really do a lot of candy. I mean, we'll do a little candy. We don't do a lot. I'm gonna try to send Matt and Yessie and Zayden's gift with, hopefully they're not watching this. I hope Matt is not watching this. Matt, if you're watching this, turn it off right now. I don't think you watch this, so, but, next week I have to, Hunter is, Yessie, bought some airline tickets for Hunter to fly out for Matt's birthday, which she did last year too, as a surprise. So Matt does not know. This year he's flying on United, but the only time that his flight like takes off from Chicago at 6 a.m. So that means we have to leave here at 1 a.m. and on a Tuesday morning, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to do this because Scott has to work, and that would be too difficult for him to like get off work and drive after working 10 hours and then drive, you know, up to Chicago. That would be insane. That would not even be safe. So what we decided was that, and Hunter really doesn't want to leave his new car in Chicago. I'm sure it would be fine, but he really doesn't want to do that. And he's young, so I really don't want him like doing that, going up there by himself. He's not familiar with Chicago or driving in Chicago. So we're gonna, oh, Hunter's home. He went Christmas shopping today. He had off today. Hey. He must still be with Zoe. His friend Zoe. His friends with him and Jordan. What am I looking for glue? So we're gonna Ethan's gonna come with me, and Hunter's gonna drive up there. Me and Ethan are gonna ride along, and then we're gonna drive his car back, and then we can all go get him when he flies back, because Hey, Bug. What? What's wrong?
Where are you?
I'm in here.
Oh, are you filming?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, my bad. I can show you the ornament I made.
Oh, you saw. Aw, that's so sweet. You took a picture of it. I love it.
I was just gonna show you in person.
When are you gonna give it to her?
I was just gonna hang it on the tree.
Oh, on our tree?
Mhm.
Oh, cool. I love it. Yeah, hang it on our tree.
Yeah, I found this last night, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Aw. What did you go Christmas shopping?
I'm about to. I'm gonna have to clean out my trunk because that gift I'm buying you is not gonna fit.
What are you buying me?
You'll find out on Christmas. Joke's on you, I'm buying you a car.
You're buying me a car? I don't think a car is gonna fit in your trunk.
No, I'd probably end up having to trade the Lincoln in for that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be buying my own car. And I don't want to get rid of Daisy because I love Daisy. There's no way that I'd be able to afford a brand new Navigator. I love Daisy. Can't I just, like, get her all fixed up and keep her? She's pretty. She's not rusty at all. She has no rust on her. Okay. Journaling. So I am going to. This is already 42 minutes. Holy cow. My battery's probably almost dead. I guess I need to hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, so the name of our group was Kingdom Treasures. And I'm just gonna put, I miss our group so much. Lasting friendships were made. And the joy on the residents' faces. Made all the work and prep worth it. I don't know why I put he said. I should probably cover that up because who would be he? He said. You know, the kids were like, I never want this party to end. I never want these parties to end. I'm just going to put besties forever because they really are. And I'm going to put, who's the oldest? Braden is the oldest. Then Drake. Then Hunter. Ethan. And Aiden. Ethan and Aiden are only a couple weeks apart. Okay. And Michelle turned out to be my best friend too. She's closer to me than probably my sister. We talk all the time. I only have a few friends like that. I don't have a lot of friends like that are close. I mean, Angela is a good friend. Katie and I are no longer friends. Tabitha, I still, we're friends, but we're not close friends. But Michelle and I don't know, we just became really, really close friends. And I can talk to her about anything and she can talk to me about anything. So it's nice to have a friend like that. I have another friend, my friend up in Bloomington, that's going through a rough time with her husband too. Her name is also Michelle. It's funny. She is that kind of friend too. No matter the distance, no matter like the time away, that like we won't talk to each other for a while. And we just pick up right where we left off. Kind of like my best friend in high school. Her name's Kathy. Every once in a while we'll just call each other out of the blue and we'll talk to each other and we'll just pick up like from the last time that we talked to each other. Like no time has passed. It's so funny. So I'm just gonna put love this group of friends. And this was prom night. We threw a prom for the residents, a formal. I don't even remember what year that was. Hmm. Five or 6 years ago. 2000. I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess. Above built tough, I'm gonna put it's difficult. It's difficult when friendships are made. And we lose those friendships. Through death, through illness. Okay, I think that's good enough. It's not probably my best layout, I would say. I think I'm gonna just go around this. Just to kind of tie that in a little bit. All right. Oh, I didn't write this down. This was at JSCC. I don't know what year it was. Is that the year we went to Disney World? I think it was. I'm going to put 2015. I'm pretty sure it was like 2015 or 2016. I'm just going to put prom. Okay. There we go. It turned out okay. Okay, so this video is 51 minutes, so I'm going to stop it here. I like the way it turned out. I still have one more. No, was this the last one? I think this is the last kit because this was one that I did, and then there was this one that I did, and I never journaled on, and I need to journal on. So I'm not going to make any more page kits as far as like regular page kits. I need to clean off my desk and stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is after I journal on this page and I put it away with my other layouts that are completed, I'm going to get out my stuff for my December daily. So I'm going to put away all of this stuff and get out like December stuff. And I think that tomorrow night, like after we get done shopping and stuff like that, I will try to film a video of creating page kits for my December daily. I need to pick out the album that I want to use. I have no clue at this point what it's going to look like. I do know it will be a mini album just because I like them to fit in this tote that I have. And so they're always mini albums, but, so I'm going to try to get that together, but that means putting away everything on my desk and focusing completely on Christmas. I do have a set of bins that's specifically Christmas, so I know that I want to use some of those in my December daily, but that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So it will be a page kit video tomorrow night, I think, but it'll be Christmas themed. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time here at your Not So Ordinary Scrapbook channel. Bye.